crashed, opens the door, and just starts nomming into the guy's head.
In the forehead,
just
she walked over,
just for no reason.
Yeah.
Just because, like, hey, yo, you seem to like it, maybe I will.
Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Hittin Different podcast.
Yes, sir.
We're on, baby.
We're on.
I feel good.
Life is good, I can't lie.
Yeah.
It's a good morning, I can't lie. Got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Life's vibing. Life's good.
We just had a back crack moment.
Yeah, bad, I can't
like
lie.
leaned back on my chair and got like a solid back crack in.
Oofed.
And Luke did too, but
I was
I'm not gonna lie.
jealous, I can't lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I recorded you when you did yours.
Oh, fuck.
So hopefully it's like a little
Hopefully, maybe.
blue bragger news because it was
We'll get it in there, honestly. That's a great time.
Yeah, anyway.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad. Chilling.
Killing
Villain.
Killing villains, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Vibing. But
Vibing.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just vibing.
Yeah.
Vibing bad, honestly. Love the waffle. It's a great time.
Oh, my head's a bit like fucked. I don't know. Like my head
It is reasonably early in the morning. Something like that.
It's not that.
Let's
We'll say that. Yeah,
it's early. It's early. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
7 a.m. right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We're dying out here.
Had a late night at work.
Yeah.
Here we are.
We're back.
What were we gonna say? What was I gonna say to start off with the podcast? Well, firstly, before we get into it, as usual, plug the podcast a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So subscribe to the channel, guys. Like it if you are enjoying it. Ding.
Leave a thumbs up.
Little thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and give us a cheeky 5 stars if you could. That would be appreciated.
Yes, please.
And follow us on the socials at Hittin Different Pod on Instagram and TikTok.
Yes, sir.
And we're on.
And we're on.
We had this dilemma. I've got some nice drip on, I guess.
Oh, some nice drip.
It's not nice, but like it's alright. It's not
nice.
ugly.
It's
but
nice.
If you look at all the thumbnails, Luke and I were talking about it.
Like literally just
I
said,
literally just wear black.
Black or like a dark brown
Yeah.
or like a dark blue.
It's
or like a jumper that's blue or like a jumper that's black.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice.
Yeah. So I was like this week I went shopping. Well, we'll get into it. So yeah, we had a couple of things this week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into it. Like we'll break it down. But one of the things we did, we went shopping.
Went
I needed some new shirts, knowing the fact that all I own is black and white clothes, pretty much.
That's fair.
So I copped a grey graphic tee. I got this definitely not in the normal for me. Like a orange, like a bright orange Nike oversized.
You're not a very colourful dude in that sense.
Yeah,
you don't like to expand too much in your colours.
But we're gonna experiment with that. See how that goes.
Should be good. I can't lie.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, what did we get into this week? We you had a night out. You had a weekend away. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd say a weekend away. So we left on Friday to go down to St. George's Basin, which is about 20 minutes south of Nowra.
Yeah.
Also, one of our friends who's in the defense force.
Yeah.
I'm choking on my words.
Yeah.
He has a house down there and he's currently off base. Well, I think he's back on now.
Yeah.
But
at the time.
yeah, he had I think a week or two off, and he said, "Hey, yo, I've got a big old house down here. It's like 4 bedroom. It's just him down there.
Yeah.
Bring the gang down." So about 8 or 9 of us went down on Friday night. It was a reasonably chill. Just had a few drinks, sat back. We went down to the local pub. They've got one pub in like all of down there. So
population's like 100.
Bad.
So
I can't lie.
They don't have to cater to much.
There's like 100 people. They're all white. Like we went down there. So one of our mates, Jay Roachman, actually, who was on the other day. Jay Roachman, another guy. Yeah. Z Pluto, sorry. Was down there with him, and we were looking around the pub at one point, and we turned around and we were like, "Fuck, you're actually the only brown guy in here."
Damn.
Like on God, like through all eyesight, there was him, and there was like a wog bloke who just had bushy eyebrows. That was as far as it went. That was as far as it went, bro. There was no darker. So but yeah, no, that was the Friday night. Saturday night, the rest of the gang came down. Got real rowdy. Like there was lots going on. There was like almost fights. There was fucking lots of drinks, lots of vomit, lots of just a lot of fuckery. I'll be completely honest,
weekend,
but it was a good time. It was a great weekend. I can't lie. And the drive back up on the Sunday was rough. Like hungover. It was just rough. I had to come up I had a lunch on the Sunday at about midday. So I had to leave at like 9 a.m. after staying up till drinking till about 2. So don't do that at home, kids. Very unsafe. But other than that, it was a pretty good weekend.
Yeah. Well, the Sunday I went out when you guys came back because I didn't go to that. Drank in Newtown and then did some bike riding.
The bike riding,
the
line bikes and stuff.
The line bikes. Yeah. If you're in Sydney, no, it's international thing actually. I see in England they have the same things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lime's a global thing.
Lime's just the monopoly of biking.
Yeah. Well, SpiderMan just released a tag video for the SpiderMan Sunday.
Yeah.
And JJ and like a couple of them were riding around trying to like find them, but they were on line bikes. I'm like, that's when I was like, oh, this thing.
Momentum, our guys.
Yeah.
Shit.
But if you guys haven't done that, would recommend
definitely get on
drinking bike riding. It's really fun.
Take a few drinks into the city.
Yeah.
Ride around the beaches and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good vibe.
Hella good vibe.
Yeah, so risky.
And then what else did we do? Monday we ran into Tyre.
Yeah,
the goat of the channel.
Big Tia.
Yeah.
Big Tia. We appreciate you. We love you. It was amazing seeing you.
It was so good to genuinely see you because it'd been so long. And
it's been, I think when we spoke about it, it had been like over a year.
Yeah, for sure.
I think since we'd seen her.
Yeah.
And it was just really good to catch up with her. Like obviously, so we know Tia through, well, we both went to primary school with her technically.
Yeah.
And we kind of didn't really hang out that much in high school. Towards the latter end of high school, we all kind of
different schools.
Yeah, we went to different schools, kind of found different social groups, whatever. But the universe does what it does, and it brought us back together towards like year 11, 12, the end of the year type thing, and the end of school type thing.
Yeah.
So like obviously back at being friends again.
Yeah.
And so she went off as in the Defence Force, if anyone didn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's been back. She came back down for I think a week and a half or so.
Yeah.
So we met up with her on the Monday night, went and got like ribs and chicken and all that type of fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then I think the Tuesday we went to KPT, if anyone knows what that is.
Yeah. We went out, ate with the gang.
Had a few drinks, had a few bevies.
Yeah, but we got a little thing on the studio. Do you want to grab it, Luke?
Yeah, I'll pull it down for you.
This is in memory of you, Tia, because
memory of Tia,
where we did eat.
I
hustled us low-key.
It was definitely a bought product.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a great time.
This is where we ate. So this is like a memoir of the podcast in honor of you.
Yeah,
I don't know
Tia lives on forever.
Yeah, for audio listeners, it's like a little cowboy straw thing.
Yeah,
it's a drink. You drink out of his like head.
It's got a pentagram on it, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Really, really, really funny story actually.
Okay.
When I was younger,
we
actually went to eat at the same place. It was me, two of my other friends at the time.
Yeah.
And we went and ate there. And for anyone that doesn't know, you can buy these things called water pourers, or I think they're technically called water pourers in a sense. I'm not going to say the word.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm on about?
Yeah,
so we made a water pourer out of one of those things, which is fucking lit. It tasted like plastic. I can't lie. It tasted like dog shit. I only used it like twice.
It's probably not BPA friendly.
Definitely not, bro. Definitely not. It was a trippy time. Let's just say that. But I can't lie. Seeing that again, it's kind of give me some nostalgia. I can't lie. Like I'm like, oh, what a fun time. But sorry, that's just my little sad story there.
Nice. But we saw TR. Then what else did we do? We had a insane studio session yesterday.
Bro, yesterday was fucking
nuts.
It was crazy. Lie.
So we went in yesterday with Az Pluto. If you know him or don't, he's a Sydney artist.
Yep. Up and coming. Can I just say?
Yeah, up and coming.
He's on the way. He's next up. No cap.
Yeah, and Filler as well.
And Filler's goat as well. I can't lie. I love that guy.
But oh my lord, oh my
bro, they made bangers. I can't lie, like absolute. It was
disgusting.
Fire shit out here. I can't lie.
Bro, disgusting. I was in awe. I told Luke. So like it'd been me, Pluto. Did I just call him Pluto?
Yeah, just call him Pluto for now. Yeah.
Me, Pluto, and Ben, which is his producer.
Shout out Ben Britton, by the way.
Yeah,
Britton's done it right every single time. Every single time. If you ever need a mix master or engineer, hit up Ben Britton. On God.
And it was the first time I'd witnessed the recording session of anything happen.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulled out this track called Disneyland. That's what it was called.
Disneyland, yeah. The beat was called Disneyland, yeah.
And he dropped fire on this bitch. And I swear to God, it's not because he's my friend. This song is my favorite song
in a
while.
The number one song.
Not because it's him. I tried not to be biased with his music like at all.
Just because you want to have an honest opinion.
Yeah, honest opinion with him. But oh my days, this is disgusting. Like I told Luke when he walked in. Yeah, so I was by myself. He walked in and he's like, Junior. I mean, Pluto, whatever. Played it, and he was like, "Dude, I've got some gas."
Yeah.
And I told Luke, I looked over and I'm like,
"It's fire.
It's fire." I'm in awe. I can't even speak. It's disgusting.
Like oh.
So it was a good session. So yeah, so met up with Philip, a couple other boys within the area that do shit, whether it's for like videography.
Yeah, they had a videographer there. They also had another producer there. They also had another artist there.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name right now. Really sorry to the guy for forgetting your name.
Yeah,
but like it was really sick to meet them. And then like Jono ended up coming through. Jay
Rip Jono's car. Bro, Jay Roachman was filming like a last part of his video, and they had to have 5 men in the car for this, and I didn't go in just because I couldn't fit, and I was impressed about it. It was fine.
It was just whatever.
So they drove off to record whatever it was in a park, and I get a call from Luke like, "Yo, it's bad. Car's done. It's done." I'm like, "What are you saying?" And he's like, "We were driving, hit sort of like a ditch, tree."
Yeah, so we were driving on like a gravel road, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And as we're driving through, doing whatever, I think so. In the scene, we're throwing around some things in the car, whatever, just getting hype in the car. And so he's like, "Oh fuck it, we'll take it down the real bumpy part of the road." So the whole car's shaking and everything. It's going crazy. Like, keep in mind, Jono's car is probably about 3 inches off the ground because it's a lowered Sportiva, like it's dragged.
Yeah.
And so at one point we're like bumping, and then you hear this massive whack, and we're like, "Chop."
That one didn't sound good.
It didn't sound good at all. The next thing we look up, and there's steam coming all out of the engine bay, like out the sides, out the front, like near the tire. Like we're like, "What
That's crazy.
Fuck?" Like we genuinely thought this car was on fire. Like we all hop out real quick. Like we evacuate the car. We're like, "The fuck's going on?"
Yeah.
I run into the boot, grab a towel for Jono, like pop the hood. Sorry, Jono like opens it up, uses the towel so he doesn't burn his fingers and shit. And you prop it up, everything like that. Look at it, and it's like covered in coolant. So what we assume has happened is, we looked back, and there's this point in the road where there's this stick lane along it, and then the stick's broken, and then from then on, it's just coolant flowing the car. So our assumption is we were driving, hit a stick, it bounced up, whacked the radiator or a hose or some shit in there,
and cracked
and
it.
It's sent shit
Yeah.
everywhere pretty much. So it was a bit of a pain in the ass, I can't lie.
Like, you had to push the car back like a kilometer or so.
Like we had to push a car on like gravel road with potholes and shit. Yeah. And like it was hot yesterday. It was humid as fuck as well.
It was disgusting.
It was disgusting. Yeah. I hated it. But we ended up like pushing it all the way back. We got like maybe like 100 meters away from you, 200 meters away from you, and we started yelling, Jordan! And like, I think by that point, The Sesh had joined you as well. So one of our mates, Rob, he's got a channel called The Sesh. Check him out. So we're like yelling out to you two, like, "Yo, get the fuck over here right now. Like, we need help. Jordan runs over, fucking full sprint. He's like, "Yo, I'm here, boys. I'm ready to finish the mission." By this point, we're already fucked. We're dead haps. So we're like, "Yo, this is you, man." My guy, Jordan, shout out. Push this car on his ones, like the final like 150, 200 meters. It was just, it was a superhero moment. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I felt like, I was like, damn, I wish someone recorded it, because I was pushing it, and then for some reason it gained like a bit of momentum.
Yeah, you were running like, with
damn.
it.
And then everyone was gassing me, and I was like, damn. Go. And I was just like driving this bit. And I had that much like speed on it. I could like literally release it.
Let it go, and it would roll.
It rolled for a while.
Yeah. I'm
I was dead after that. I'm not gonna lie. I told Luke, I walked over to the car, I'm like, I feel so sick.
I feel sick. I'm lightheaded. It's dragged.
It's not good.
It's done out in this bitch.
But it was a good day yesterday. Good studio session. Fun time with John Oney's car. Unfortunate it happened, but it was a good story.
What can you do, honestly?
And what else did we do? Oh, we did you want to get into anything else? I'm going to get into the movie.
Nah, honestly, jump straight into it.
Yeah, so we had Bart Excel on last week. Shout out to him. That episode's killing it. You guys enjoyed it as well.
Yep, shout out to everyone for liking, sharing it around, all that type of stuff. Really appreciate it.
And he recommended whilst on the podcast a horror movie that he thought would
fuck our shit up.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say it was a horror movie in the fact that like horror scared me.
There was no jump scares. It wasn't like a eerie music type of horror movie. There wasn't like dark corridors with demons and shit. It was more of like a psychological.
Yeah, it
was something to keep you up at night thinking.
Yeah, for sure.
Lie.
It was the movie was called Raw, to reiterate. It was like this French horror film. I don't know if you want to call it that, but it was
just off the. It was like. Honestly, I remember getting home after watching it, and I was like looking around. I was getting out of the car. I was like, ain't no one around.
Yeah.
Like it had me on edge. I can't lie.
I'm gonna say the movie because
we'll explain the premise of the movie.
So there was this from what it was, right? So there was this girl that was going to a veterinary school.
To
become a vet.
Prestigious veterinary school in France. Yeah, pretty much.
And they had to become like part of this sorority. Is that what they're called?
Like, so I guess you could kind of call it a sorority. It was more just like entrance week in a sense, where they did like a whole bunch of, to compare it, it's like a frat house at an American college where like to join the frat, you need to do challenges and complete things. So their version of like challenges and stuff was they did a thing called Rush Week, I think it was called.
Yeah, Rush Week.
And it pretty much just consisted of a whole bunch of really weird, fucked up challenges, like waking up at 1 a.m. and having your fucking mattresses and shit thrown out the window and all that type of fun stuff. But I'll let you continue.
And this lady, or the girl, the main character, she's a vegetarian, and she had to eat a rabbit kidney, I think it was.
Vegetarian her whole life.
Yeah, her whole life. Her whole life. Yeah. It's a main part of the film as well.
Apparently it's a real key detail that we didn't really kind of pick up on until afterwards. But keep going.
And they had to eat the rabbit kidney just as part of this fucking week, and she ate it. Like she didn't want to, but she had an older sister that had already gone through the process 2 years later, who was also vegetarian, and she's like, "You tell them like I'm vegetarian, I can't eat this." She's like, "Just eat it." And she's like, "What the fuck?"
Munch it, It's
so anyway, eats it, gets fucked up. But this is where like shit becomes fucked.
It gets dragged. I can't lie.
So to explain like the end of the story, pretty much.
We'll jump to the end.
This one kidney she ate pretty much set off a chain reaction for her to be a cannibal.
Bad.
Bad.
It was dragged.
It was fucked. So she'd like start eating people. This is where the extent it got to. Eating people, like eating fucking rabbits and
she was killing everything.
Yeah, killing and eating it. Yeah,
it was or not even killing it half the time. Half the time she just nibble.
Yeah,
like at one point in the film, this is a bit too much information. But at one point in the film, they're waxing. So so the older sister is waxing the younger sister's undercarriage.
Yeah,
I think we'll use that sentence.
Should have used Manscaped.
Yeah, should have used Manscaped. No cab. HD pod, bad. No cab. So she was waxing her younger sister's undercarriage, and the wax gets caught or something, or like it sticks to her skin. Yeah, it's not pulling pretty much. And so this older sister's like, "Oh fuck it, I'll just cut it off." So she pulls out a pair of scissors. Whatever. She goes to start cutting. The younger sister obviously freaks the fuck out.
Yeah. Fuck having scissors there.
Fuck having scissors down there bad. So, she's like, she kicks her sister away. And then like, there's like a big scream and everyone's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then the like younger sister, the older sister looks up and she picks up her hand and she's like, I think it was an index finger or something, but she's missing a finger. And then she like looks at it. There's blood spurting out and shit. She's like, dead.
Passes out.
Gone. Dead. And then, so the youngest is sitting there like, "Oh, what the fuck have I done?" And then she like picks up the finger and she's like looking at it. She's like, And
she hasn't gazed at it for a while though.
No, she gazes at it and for like a proper few minutes.
And then blood dripped out of it.
Yeah, and then blood dripped out of it. And she's like, just gives it for anyone that's not watching, gives it a little lick.
Yeah, audiolist, a little lick.
Yeah, gave it a little lick and was like, kind of tasty. Gives it a little, nibbles it a little bit. She's like, kind of chewy. This bitch started gnawing on it like it was wings from Wing Shack or some shit. I can't lie. Like she was feasting.
It was fucked up.
But it was fucked up. So she's in there like looking like, what's the Gollum from fucking Lord of the Rings? Like she's hunched up in a ball, like, fucking like nomming on this shit. And then the sister wakes up and she like looks at her and then he's like, "What the fuck?" And everyone's like, "What the fuck? Like what is going on?" And then like in the next scene, like the sister's pressed at her and all this type of shit for eating her finger and she's like going off at her and stuff. And then like 2 scenes later, she takes her to this road. So the older sister takes her to this road and causes like, she like runs out onto the road in front of a car, causes a car accident. Car like veers off, slams into a tree.
Kills both people.
Both people in the front are dead. And then the younger sister at the time, by the way, has no idea what's going on. She's like, "What the fuck has just happened? Like, why am I here? What is going on?" Older sister walks back over to the car that's just crashed, opens the door, and just starts nomming into the guy's head.
In the forehead,
just
she walked over,
just for no reason. Just because like, "Hey, yo, you seem to like it, maybe I will." And then just started nomming into this bitch's head.
I have a wait, is that what you're... So I think the idea was her sister was aware.
Her sister was already aware of it.
Yeah. At the time, we were like, "What the fuck's going on?
Why is this sister doing this?" Like, maybe she's just trying to understand where her sister's coming from. But
obviously the movie...
It kind of explains a bit more as it goes. Yeah.
So long story short, at the end of the movie, the dad's a simp pretty much.
Bad.
He's having
like the biggest simp energy I've ever seen. Like a bad.
The conversation he has with his daughter, because the sister's in jail now for eating someone, because pretty much at the end of the movie, they just go on an eating rampage and literally eat this man to death.
This older sister like stabs this guy with like a ski pole in the back and like kills him in his sleep. And then
her younger sister.
Yeah, the younger sister's roommates. Yeah, and they're roommates, but the guy was gay the whole time. Like there's so much going on. Like, it was dragged.
Anyway, so she woke up and she's like, "Yo, wake up, dude." rips the blanket off. Man's leg is all gnawed off.
His whole thigh, whole thigh. It was graphic. Gone. Like it was ugh.
And anyway, the older sister goes to jail for that. Final scene, dad's having a conversation with the daughter, the main character.
In like the kitchen of their home, away from the vet and everything like that.
Everyone's confused. Like, what is this movie? What's going on?
What is actually going on, yeah.
The dad unbuttons his shirt, opens this bitch up, and he's like, you'll find someone. Like, that's what he says.
You'll find someone that can help you.
That can help you. And I was like, cha. And then the mum walks out the room. So it's in like...
Yeah, it's obviously implied. Well, the thing is as well, part of the story was like, I remember when I first met your mum in veterinary college or something, and he kind of pointed to his lip, because earlier in the movie the daughter bites the lip off some guy that she was hooking up with, like literally like chunks the lip off some guy, and it kind of was like foreshadowing the fact that the dad had the scarred lip and everything, and it all kind of added up towards the end. But it was like, bro,
you're a sim.
Like, why?
And so apparently the basis of this movie is that the whole family has this fucked up thing. If they eat meat, they just become cannibals.
Raw meat specifically as well. Any raw meat, and they just addicted.
Yeah, they're addicted. They become fiends. That's why the mum raised him as a vegetarian. But you'd think she'd tell them, if you eat meat...
At least when they're like old enough to understand perhaps. Like maybe as kids understandable, but
you wouldn't want to tell them that.
When you're old, it's like, hey, yo, by the way, don't touch it.
Yeah, because you'll get fucked.
You will eat people. Yeah. And it's dead habs.
Because I don't know if I expressed that either, sorry. When he opened the shirt, it was, scars, chunk marks, just like everything.
Like it looked like it was just cut and shredded.
Yeah, it was
like,
disgusting.
It was like the back of someone that had just been whipped.
Exactly.
Type thing. Like it was shredded up. It was disgusting.
The wife obviously has been through the phase now, and she's vegetarian because she knows otherwise. So what he has is literally from a while back,
like scarring.
But that's fucking.
It was a fucked
the movie was fucked.
It was a fucked movie. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But you put us. It was honestly, I don't regret watching it.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I feel like I've been exposed to something.
Yeah, it was
like a violation.
How did you find the movie?
Yeah, that was something we were also talking about. There's no way that came up on your recommended.
Yeah,
like that's all I'm saying.
Because one's a French movie, and like that's all you need, honestly. Yeah, it's a French movie. How are you finding a French movie? How are you finding
French movie on Stan about people eating each other? It's so weird. I can't lie.
Yeah, it was fucked. So
far out.
Yeah. Anyway, we watched that. It was pretty movie. Tingling because I was at one point I jumped on the couch because I was like I don't know why the body thing. It wigs me out. I feel disgusting.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna watch a movie, even if we've told you, I bet you watch it, knowing the basis and still be like on the edge of your seat, like disgusting. On the note though of movies, we had a trailer release for SpiderMan.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm so gassed.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, how would you like to get into this? Are we gonna explain like the Marvel MCU universe as a whole, and then understand why the trailer's happening the way it is and how it's all come about, or would you just like to talk about Spider-Man itself?
How would you run it? Because you're more the Marvel freak.
Okay, we're gonna run it up. Okay, so for anyone that doesn't know or lives under a rock, the new Spider-Man No Way Home movie has been kind of leaked and almost like hyped up for quite a while now, because recently in the MCU, they've introduced this whole kind of idea of alternate realities with parallel universes, and everything's happening at the same time, but differently because of every decision creates an alternate universe, all that type of yaga.
Just on that note, if you know Marvel, you obviously would have known that before a certain series came out, but if you don't know the concept, watch Loki, because I think it's the best one.
Loki is really what gets into it, explains it. If you want kind of more of a less detail but same idea, watch the What If series, because that really delves deep into like the reality of having different realities and all that type of stuff. But so those two are really good films to kind of get, not films, they're TV shows actually. Yeah. But really good TV shows to kind of get your mind around what's like how it all works and stuff like that. But so pretty much the big hype around this new Spider-Man trailer is that they've brought together, in the comics, they're called the Sinister Six. Yeah. So the six changes every now and then depending on what issue of comic it is and all that type of rubbish. Yeah. But right now, I think confirmed in the film is Electro, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Sandman. I think Vulture's confirmed, and then there's one more who I think I've missed.
Wait, you said Green Goblin? That's the first one.
Green Goblin,
Doc Ock, and then you have Sandman.
And Lizard. Lizard is the sixth Mendem. So if you don't know, all those villains have been priorly introduced, but
into every Spider-Man.
Into different Spider-Man. So there was the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man that came out.
Oh, I didn't even deep that. They had every villain in different Spider-Man versions. Yeah.
Pulled them all together.
They never reused a villain in any of like the remakes. You know what I mean?
Well, they kind of reused Green Goblin a little bit in the original Spider-Mans by
making
Harry
like,
Osborn.
Yeah.
But like he wasn't around for it in that sense.
Yeah.
So what they've kind of done now is they've grouped all of these villains together because the timeline's all over the shop and people are basically Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, has asked Doctor Strange to do some spell thing and they've messed it up somehow because Tom Holland's a picky bitch and wants to pick and choose what happens. But anyways, so they've messed up the spell. Somehow they're going to explain it that all these universe villains come into the same universe where MCU, which is where Tom Holland is right now.
Yep.
And so there's already a whole bunch of hype behind the fact that like William Dafoe as Green Goblin's going to come back. And then you've got, I can't remember the Doctor Octopus's actor's name, but he's coming back.
Yep.
I think Sandman will come back as the original actor, and then you've got the Lizard who's also going to come back. Like,
and Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx as Electro is also going to come back. Like and then the Vulture as well from the first ever Spider-Man movie. And then here's the thing though, so they've been on this wave of trying to deny. Spider-Mans ain't combining. There ain't going to be three of them. Yada yada yada. Whatever. As it's kind of been happening over the last few months, like you've caught people like Andrew Garfield and slip up. So like I think they were doing like a Zoom interview or something, and someone asked him, and they're like, "Oh, so we'll see you in the new Spider-Man movie," or something along those lines. And he kind of like laughed and was like, haha, like, no, you won't, type thing. But it didn't look convincing to absolutely anyone. And it's just that whole thing. And now with the most recent trailer that's come out, people have been breaking down scene by scene trailers.
Second by second.
Literally like like literal shot by shot of the trailer. And there's this one scene specifically where they're in like a construction building or something and shit's falling over the place and you see Lizard jump out of somewhere and then he gets punched.
Yeah, he
gets like rotates. and it's a definite wallop because his whole head swings.
Yeah.
But nothing hits him.
Yeah.
And Tom Holland's Spider-Man is up in a different part of the shot, so it obviously can't be him.
Yeah.
And it's brought everyone into believe like, nah, there's 3 Spider-Mans in that scene fighting 3 villains because there's 3 villains present in that scene as well. Yeah. There's I think Sandman, Electro, and Green Goblin all present in that scene. So it's like, well, 3 Spider-Mans versus 3 villains. It all makes sense type thing. So it's just like all these like theories of how they're going to introduce them, what they're actually going to be doing in the series, whether it's just like whether it's going to be just a little cameo or whether it's actually going to be like the whole movie they're in there kicking it, doing their thing. Like maybe they'll just come in for the final fight. Like there's so many different ideas at how they could introduce them. It's going to be fucking crazy.
I'm so keen for it. Like I was telling Jono and like you were there, we should definitely try get that midnight release and watch it.
I'm so keen.
And I think like the movie, like it's not even a question anymore if they're in it. I think they're definitely in it. It's just like to what extent.
How much of it are they going to be in?
Yeah. Because there's no way. Imagine if it's all a G up and they're not in the movie. I reckon
be the best fucking marketing Marvel's ever done.
But they'd piss so many people
they'd piss off a lot of people. But realistically, if it sells, it sells.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why I feel like it's pretty certain that they're in there. And like, there's been other things as well that have like
that are kind of led onto it and been like, hey, yo, there's other people here.
Yeah,
just not showing us yet.
Yeah. It's crazy. I can't wait. It's going to be insane. But what's her name wanted to join in on the hype? The original Mary Jane. I forget her actual actress.
Oh, I know who you're talking about though.
She did an interview recently and someone asked like, would you jump on it? And she's like, oh yeah, 100% I'd jump on it.
I get in that.
Yeah, because like look at
because you're not in it. And you're also not in it
yet.
Because if she was in it, she would have had to be like, nah, like I don't know, like I'd never get in it type thing. Like I don't know if they offered it maybe.
Yeah.
But obviously she hasn't been offered to come back for the role. I mean, they do have Zendaya. Zendaya is the only Mary Jane you need. I can't lie.
Yeah, she's doobie.
Yeah, bad.
Very, very attractive lady.
Bad. But Tom Holland scored. I can't lie.
Kirsten Dunst. Sorry,
Kirsten Dunst.
That was the OG Mary Jane.
Oh, good old Kirsten.
But yeah, sorry, she's not in this film.
Free up Kirsten, honestly. Maybe she might make a little cameo here or there.
Yeah.
Who knows, honestly. Like, thing is with these Marvel movies, especially now that they've introduced
the metaverse,
the multiverse. The multiverse. Facebook bad.
Yeah.
Now that they've introduced the multiverse, there's so much possibility, especially now that they're bringing together multiple different timelines. Like literally anything can happen.
The thing is, though, they have to be very careful on what they pick and choose to make as movies and introduce, because it's that big of a wormhole that it can just be infinite realistically. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's
the idea.
Yeah. That is the idea behind it.
You don't want it to become too diluted with like stories.
Just anything.
Anything
just
happening.
anything.
Yeah. So
you still, sorry, keep going.
No, I was just gonna say, so hopefully they can like pick and choose what they need to still make it a succinct timeline. Because imagine you like somehow open the portal back to like some bullshit, and then now it's like because you don't want a story to open up and then become like useless and no one follow that story anymore.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get you. So like, I think in a sense they're gonna avoid doing time travel stuff again, because obviously they did it in Endgame where they went back in time and sorted out a whole bunch of things, did whatever. I think realistically, if I was Marvel in this situation, I would avoid time travel. Yeah. At least if you're going to do it, avoid it pre-Endgame. Do not go back past where Endgame was. Like leave everything that happened prior to Endgame as it is. That's just it. Don't bring anything back. Don't try and bring back shit. Don't go back in there and change the story up again, because it's gonna fuck with the original process, which as we've seen, it's worked. Like it's one of I would say probably the best movie series in terms of like start to finish, where they've introduced like, it honestly made like Star Wars and Harry Potter and that dwarfs. Like they're nothing. I would confidently say that the Marvel,
not Star Wars, but I'd say Harry Potter.
I would say Star Wars.
I mean, sorry, Star Wars, yes.
If you look back in 100 years and you look at so you go 100 years forward and you look back at what was arguably the best, most impactful movie series of a generation, I would say that the Marvel superhero story series, whatever the MCU is what they're calling it, is gonna dwarf whatever Star Wars could do or whatever Harry Potter could do.
I think Star Wars easily. Harry Potter, I feel like that's a bit more contentious than you think there is.
It's like, I don't know though. Like, don't wrong.
Because the only thing MCU have in comparison, not only thing, but one of the things they have dramatically in comparison to Harry Potter is that Harry Potter's done now. It can't be anything. Nothing can happen. You know what I mean? With MCU, because it's so infinite, they can keep a chain of things going. You know what I mean?
So many.
Yeah, which will make them like their longevity over time become undoubtedly the better thing. But let's say, okay, hypothetical. Marvel stopped at Endgame, which is even a shit ton in itself.
22 movies or something. Yeah.
And Harry Potter stops on its eighth movie as it did. Yeah. Do you still think like it's shitting and blowing it out of the water?
Shitting.
Yeah.
Like absolutely dog shitting.
Do you mean like in regards to numbers in sales?
No, oh, okay. If we're definitely talking about numbers, like they shit on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But if we're talking about like
the effect,
like the pop culture effect, I guess. Like, I will give it to Harry Potter that during its time, like when because I think we spoke about this the other day. We are kind of at the age where I think the first ever Harry Potter was released in like 2001 or something like that, or maybe just a bit before that.
Whatever. It was early 2000s.
But pretty much we grew up as it was being released and as the new books were coming out and as the story was kind of being told in a sense. Like I remember being younger, and one of my things that my sister really wanted for Christmas or as a birthday or something was I really want Deathly Hallows.
Yeah.
Like I really, really want it. Like mum and dad went somewhere to like the book reveal and like got a fresh copy of the book type thing. It's like hard copy, all that type of shit. Like it was really, really, really hype. Like kids still go dressed as Harry Potter or Ron Weasley, or girls really like to dress up as Hermione Granger type thing. Like it definitely had an impact, but at the same time, like it could have just been what was popular at the time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it'll have like a lasting generational impact compared to these Marvel movies and stuff. Like I think Avengers 1 will forever be like one of the best team up superhero movies to ever exist.
Yeah.
Because they were one of the first people to ever do it.
Yeah.
And it banged.
Yeah.
Like it was one of the best films to ever, like it had the perfect mix of comedy, action. There was a little bit of love going on in there. Like it was just such a wholesome movie in a sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a really big fan of Marvel.
Yeah, I prefer Marvel. It's just an interesting question, I think, because I know Harry Potter means a lot to a lot of people. Well.
There's a lot of Harry Potter fandoms out here, without a doubt.
And they still love like those spin-offs, which I haven't watched, like
the Cursed Child, theater plays and stuff like that.
No, you know when they had that movie come out, like Wicked Beasts? Wasn't that a Harry Potter spin-off or something?
I know exactly what you're talking about. The magical creatures and
something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was technically like a prequel spin-off in a sense. So that was way before Harry Potter in his time, back when Dumbledore was younger. And it looked into... So technically the Harry Potter books kind of delved into a bit of that story, but this just kind of expanded on it. Yeah. And so I don't know if you know much about it, but this guy called Grindelwald, who was a evil wizard at the time. I guess he was like the precursor to Voldemort.
Yeah, right.
Him and Dumbledore were like best mates when they were younger, but then they had a falling out because Grindelwald just wanted power and Dumbledore wanted learning peace and all that type of yoga. So yeah, that kind of just explains or like goes into the backstory of like who Dumbledore was before he became headmaster and who all these different people were in the magic world before they became who they are in the Harry Potter universe type thing. So like, I don't think, like, to put it this way, those spin-offs never had any type of, I guess they do have a bit of a fandom, but I wouldn't say
no, that's what I was trying to get at though. Yeah. I don't think like that. So they've tried, but they haven't really hasn't really
blown. Whereas like, if you look at any of the TV series that Marvel are doing, because they're technically like spin-offs in a sense, they kind of...
Because the thing they have is they have unlimited characters in a sense, you know what I mean?
Marvel has been around for so long that they basically have unlimited characters.
Yeah.
Like the way it all works with, like, you may have the same character, but he goes through like 3 different phases of superhero. Yeah. And like whether he's a superhero at the time, or whether he's an anti-hero at the time, or whether he just becomes a straight villain at the time. Like they do so many different things with characters in comics that realistically they can pull anything from any type of comic and be like, okay, we're just going to run with this story now.
Oh, I actually saw something on that note, anti-villains. So there's a theory that Doc Ock is going to be an anti-villain in the next thing. But I think someone pulled it apart. And I happened to watch... I'm not going out of my way because I'm trying to watch the movie as it is. And
you don't want to know the full story before you get into it.
But I saw something on my TikTok and it was saying, you know, the latest trailer, how he goes, like, what's your name? And he goes, Doc Ock. And then Peter goes back to Peter and he laughs. And he's like, no, seriously, like, who's your name?
Yeah.
There's a theory that they're just completely different scenes and they've chopped it up. So people from the trailer would have looked at that and thought, oh, maybe he's an anti-villain and they become friends.
Because they do that a lot in Marvel movies.
Yeah, but the thing is now, because of the setting and like certain other elements, they're saying at that moment when Peter asks, what's your name? He's talking to another Peter Parker. And that's why they laugh. Because they're like, what the fuck? Like, how can you be another Peter kind of thing? And the Doc Ock thing is separate. It's
off a different scene. Yeah. Honestly, that could be really cool. I can't lie. Because Marvel are kings at that. They love putting in footage that's either edited completely or they chop 2 different scenes together with the same kind of backing to make it look like it's the same scene. Like, but they play so many games. I can't lie. Like, there's so many games.
Don't read too much into it.
Because you can never read too much into it. Because when you think you've got the answer, they'll just come out with something different.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm hella keen for that movie.
We'd like to take a quick break to mention a word from our sponsors. Support from the Hitting Different podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who's the best in men's below-the-waist grooming.
Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, as you can see, the one I'm holding in my hand, all across Australia and New Zealand.
The 4.0. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code HDPOD at manscaped.com.
Imagine shaving with this sleek, well-designed and optimized trimmer that makes shaving time your favorite time in the bathroom.
Well, did you know? Manscaped engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality and an incredible, comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to help reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. I now feel confident shaving my boys.
I would too. But did you mention the fact as well that they have wireless charging?
I didn't actually.
Come on, man.
The
new wireless charging system uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer.
Damn, the 4.0 really does hit different.
Really does.
How's your experience with it been so far?
It's been great. I've used it a couple times now, and it's just hella reliable. The first time, like we mentioned, it's good. It was great, but like using it a couple times, now I have like confidence in it. You know what I mean? You know it's doing what it needs to do consistently. So I've been enjoying it. I've been loving it. Like, thank you, Manscaped, for the sponsor. But 100%. Yeah, get onto it, guys.
Damn, bro, that's nutty.
So get 20% off and free shipping with the code HDPOD at manscaped.com.
That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code HDPOD.
Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Your balls will thank you. Back to the program. Big booty Kim K I don't know why I said that. She's linking with man Pete Davidson. They're
my
official.
guy Pete, you know.
Yeah.
My guy Pete. Is goated.
He's got something about him. Like everyone's saying it now.
I mean, everyone knows it.
Yeah.
No, Ariana wasn't exactly quiet about it.
Yeah. So tell me what you were mentioning it earlier.
Yeah. So that wasn't really what we were talking about earlier, but it was what we were talking about earlier. Sorry, was that Kim posted an Instagram photo. I don't think it's still up anymore. And it had like lyrics from Ariana Grande's song called Pete Davidson.
Oh wait! Oh, is that what happened? Oh, okay.
So she like took some lyrics from Ariana Grande's song called Pete Davidson and like chucked it in a caption. And then Ariana Grande commented on it, finishing the lyric. And it was just that whole thing of like, oop, I wonder what's going on there.
Yeah.
Realistically, Ariana can't be salty.
She's married.
And she also
she's moved on. Yeah, she was the one that broke up with him.
Yeah, like she left him pretty much all like fiancéed in a sense. Like she bunned him off. So like that's on her at that point. But I think honestly, I was watching something the other day, and it was a female doing an interview, and someone asked her like, "Oh, have you heard about the Kim and Pete or whatever?" Just because people love to get gossip, and she was saying like, "I don't understand why people think Pete Davidson's such like a oh my god, I can't believe she's with Pete Davidson." Like apparently like he's really obviously he's really funny. He's a comedian. Yeah. He's a really sweet, gentle, kind, nice guy. Is like just really. He's just genuinely a nice guy, and he's not unattractive at the same time, and he's slinging it. I can't lie. So like that's always an added bonus.
Yeah.
So it's just that whole thing of like people.
I think he's an attractive dude.
I think as far as like guy on the scale goes, he'd definitely be up there.
Up there for sure,
without a doubt.
And he's got because you always see videos about him talking about like his emotional side. That's another plus. Like he's emotionally in tune.
He
knows
what
he. Yeah, like whilst he might joke about depression and
feelings
like things like that. You can tell he understands what he's going through and stuff. So
100%.
He's like got the perfect combo.
He really has. Girls just see him and they're like, yes. I could spend the rest of my life.
There must be something though that why these things aren't lasting long term, but maybe. Like realistically, in Hollywood, I don't believe Kim K and Thing will marry and be together for the rest of their life.
Well, especially because Kim K has kids and shit now.
Yeah, and she's older than him by like 5-6 years, I think.
But to be fair, at the age they're at, 5-6 years means nothing. Like I don't know about you, but my parents are 5 or 6 years apart.
Yeah.
So like I think at that age, age doesn't really come. It's only when you're like 20 and 15 that it kind of becomes a bit of shit. A little bit of shit in that situation. A little bit. But 35 and 40 is like whatever, you're both old. Doesn't matter anymore.
At that point, no. But yeah, shout out Pete. Guys, pulling.
Yeah. He's pulling.
Yeah.
Bunda.
Full stop.
I can't lie.
Fake or not.
He's going crazy. It doesn't matter, bro. Yeah. I bet you it claps back regardless. I can't lie.
On that note, though, of Kim K, her ex-man, Kanye, Yeezus, the dude. Apparently, him and Drake are now best friends.
Yeah, no, I did see that. They posted together that they were, I think they were at one of their houses.
Drake's house. So Drake had a little event going on, invited Kanye. Kanye came over. They were like posting videos like, yo, like,
me and my man, we're broskies, gang, all this type of yaga.
What the hell?
Well, so I think it was Kanye that initiated it first. On like an interview or something, and he said, like, shout it, like, just if this gets to Drake, like, I'm keen to squash this beef. Yeah, like we're both idols or we're both legends in the game or some shit like that. Like, let's just get it over with. Like, there's no need to be beefing with each other. Which is kind of funny because there's all those rumors that Drake was fucking Kim and all that type of shit. And it's just like I don't know about that one, bro. I don't know if I'd be inviting the Mendham over that put in his songs that he was sneaking down the road, take a right type of shit. It's dead haps, I can't lie. But I mean, maybe they're just sitting there comparing stories.
Yeah, maybe. Like, maybe because everything's done now. He's broken up with her. And like,
Kim's booty hole was ass. I can't lie. It was ugly shit, bro. No kizzy.
You reckon that's what they're talking about?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, what the fuck could they talk about?
Yeah.
Like, I would love to sit in a room.
Fly on the wall.
Yeah, and just listen to them converse, because like I would be so confused at what the fuck they talk about. Like, surely, honestly, do you reckon it'd be like a really shallow conversation, or do you think it'd be like real deep into it kind of conversation?
Nah, because like I see them both as like shallow people. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
because obviously we don't know them.
We don't know them from bar soap. So
I feel like Drake's just Drake. You know, I don't know.
He just does Drake. Honestly, he's living his best life. He doesn't care.
And Kanye's not shallow because he's got the whole fucking issue with him and being controversial. He's got
so much shit going.
But I feel like together, they're just nothing's gonna happen.
I feel like a lot of planning would happen. Realistically between them.
Business work.
to get together, they'd have to have a goal. It'd be okay, are we gonna get together on an album? Are we gonna do a song together? Are we gonna advertise clothing together? Are we gonna
It wouldn't be just to go out.
It's not just hey, do you wanna come over and play some ball? That's dead happens. It's not happening.
So on the note of Drake as well, actually, we got a little chain connection
Drake.
Here.
I like this.
So he got caught in that lawsuit with Travis Scott now. And they're both in the bin. So apparently it's estimated over $2 billion in court fees.
Expensive. Yeah. It's expensive. Yeah, I can't lie. It's mish. The whole thing, there's so much to...
We don't have to get into the specifics.
Yeah, there's a lot to get into in this. There's a lot to unpack. So it's that whole situation of, I think personally... The blame can't ever, for a situation like that, the blame can't ever be put on one sole person.
Yeah, no.
At all. Which is why, so it's like a class action lawsuit type of thing. I think there's over 200 people that are involved in it.
Over 200, yeah.
And I think they were gunning initially for, I think 750 million in payments.
Yeah, wow.
Out to people.
Crazy.
And then, but it's that whole thing of, I get paying for... So when you go to a show, when you go to a festival, when you go to anywhere, you know that you're gonna get in a mosh pit. It's gonna get rowdy. It's gonna get crazy. You know that buying the ticket, going, especially to an Astro World,
part of the experience.
Especially to an Astro World ticket. So I get that in the sense of, everyone saying that no, they knew what they were getting into. They did, no cap. But you also need to look at people that set it up and organized it. Yeah. And I've seen videos and the walls.
Bottleneck. I told you about this. Yeah,
it's fucked. Well, not even the bottleneck. Sorry, I'm just gonna run on this for a second. The walls at the front of the stage were chest height. And you couldn't if you wanted to, and you were you couldn't just pull yourself over, because at least with me, all of the shows I've been to, they've always been waist height. Yeah. So if you absolutely need to, you just throw yourself over. You just throw yourself over the top. A secchi comes, picks you up, pulls you
walk around the back.
Yeah, you walk around the back. He drops you off. He's like, okay, have fun again. Yeah. That wasn't possible. Yeah. So that, in a sense, comes down to the organizers, the people that are actually setting up the stadium, all that type of shit. There's so many people that could come into blame, and it's well, are you gonna sue the guy that tied the screw on the actual fence? At what point does the blame stop? Yeah. Or is it just because he ran the show, he's now getting blamed?
Well, okay, I'm gonna say it now. It's very controversial. I don't think Travis Scott should be in as much shit as he is. I feel like he definitely has to take accountability for his actions in regard to not dealing with the situation properly.
I think
because there are things he could have done, I think, to help.
Definitely.
But I don't think he is the dude that
he's not solely accountable.
Yeah, not at all. He wasn't the one that killed them. You know what I mean?
He wasn't squishing people.
People were like, if he told them to stop. I understand. That's what I'm saying. That's where he needs to take accountability. He could have done things that night to make it better, but he wasn't the dude out here killing people. It was people being reckless and other factors, like you said, how walls were constructed, how people were set up.
Everything like that.
Yeah, so just in regards to the bottleneck, I told you this. So for people that don't know, Apple ran an event partnered with this, and they recorded the whole thing live so Apple viewers could watch it or some shit. And what I mean by bottleneck is they've had the concert there before the year prior or 2 years prior, whenever it was. It was an open field for everyone. But this time they put walls around, like Luke said, around it. So it was rectangle boxed in. And what I'm saying about the bottleneck, in the middle of, imagine stage here, for anyone watching, so anyone listening as well, front center stage, you have your initial crowd in front of the stage jamming, at about 100 meters back or so, let's say roughly, there's a barricade behind you in your wall, but there's
there's a small little
opening
that people can get in
and out of that box, because on those little barricades that sit in the middle, there was cameras and all that shit trying to record the show. And then behind that is another box of mosh pits. If you were to somehow get to that front half, you're fucked.
It's done. Apparently it was a fucking war zone.
Yeah. Because like you said, the walls were so high.
It was so high that you couldn't, you were physically getting crushed against shit.
Yeah.
And they were like sardines in a can. There was no room. You couldn't push off to breathe, because if you pushed off, they'd push back. It was just done out. So I think because there's all those people that are like, nah, like look at this show where the singer stopped this, da 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 da.
They're pulling out anything as well.
Yeah,
people are pulling out like anything.
They've been like, well, this person was fainting at the front and the whole singer stopped the show. It's like, I get that. Don't get me wrong, but once again, it's a Travis show. You know what you're going to. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Like, there is also a big level of self accountability in that. Like, you need to know. Like, I don't want to. This is gonna potentially come out really how you doing, but there was a guy. So rest in peace, by the way.
Yeah.
9-year-old.
No disrespect.
A 9-year-old passed away.
Yeah.
Horrible incident. Yeah. Horrible incident. Never wish that on anybody. But you also need to think, who the fuck brought a 9-year-old to a Travis concert?
Yeah.
Like, who genuinely thought? And then
how do they even let 9-year-olds in?
I don't even know. I think it was with his dad, but anyway, or with someone. I don't know. I don't know the full story. Yeah. But a 9-year-old passed away. All I saw was that from the ages of 9 to like 20 something was like the age bracket that people were dying at.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, one, who's bringing a 9-year-old to a Travis Scott concert? 2, who's taking the 9-year-old in the mosh pit?
Yeah.
And then 3, as soon as it starts getting rough, why are you not leaving that bitch? Like there's so many steps that you have to take as a person to put yourself in the position of dying that like, it's like, well, you had a choice. You had a choice to get in that mosh pit. You had a choice to bring your kid in with you. Like there's always a choice that comes into it. Don't get me wrong. Like you said, like the event organizers, the way it's all set up, like there's so many people factors that the blame can shift on depending on what point of view the story is told from. Because Travis can be like, well, look, I didn't ask people to fucking stampede each other. Like, that's not me. Well, like we were saying.
Well, realistically, imagine if like it was still as squished as it was, but everyone stood there. Yeah. Like, it's not happening, you know what I mean? So it is on the blame of the crowd as well. It's a complicated scenario.
Many people that could potentially be blamed, literally just depending on where you're looking at.
And I think just because it's easy, they just go, you
organized it.
You organized it. And like, technically that is right because you have to have your name on. Someone has to be the
Someone has to be the fall guy.
And he would have understood that. Obviously not thinking that it was going to happen,
but knowing every time you organize your own show, if something does go wrong, it has to be back on you.
Yeah. So that's why he's copying it, obviously to an extent. I just think it's a bit much. But like I said, definitely needs to, like, he needs to be accountable. There's things he needs to do.
Did you see that they're trying to cancel him and like get him off shows and stuff?
No, it's a bit too much. I feel like he needs time away anyway for himself to figure out
what he's
doing. What the fuck he's going to do.
Yeah, well, not really what the fuck he's going to do, more about what the fuck just happened. And like trying to, because I don't know about you, but if that was me, I would be in counseling.
Yeah, well,
because all these people, you got to think about all the online hate that he'd see.
Well, I was going to say one thing on that note that made me like a bit about him is that shitty fucking video he posted afterwards, and it got memed. The head grab.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so
that's what really turned me off him. I was like, understandably, he was in the wrong. I'm saying, I'm not trying to like say free Travis Scott, whatever. Like he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
What we just said was pretty much there's so many factors where people are accountable. But that one fact that video he released, and he was just like. It seems so bullshit, didn't it?
Yeah, it's when your parents come into your room and you're about to go to school, but you have a test or some shit, like, oh, I'm sick, I can't come. Yeah, I really don't want to go to school. I'm sick. Like, it just looked
so bullshit.
So like on the spot, made up type thing.
Yeah, and like that's what annoyed me with him the most, I think.
But at the same time, we also, like we were talking about the Kanye and Drake and stuff. We don't know. The fuck, like that might have been Travis in his genuinely most sincere
100%
thing. Like we don't know what this guy is like when he's apologizing.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I can't say that I've ever seen a Travis Scott apology video before. So maybe that is him genuinely just being like, oh look, I'm really sorry. Like maybe just as a different way of showing it. Because like I think realistically, if he had made one of those videos like a YouTuber or some shit does, so they put the camera down and they cry for 30 seconds and then they start their apology whole video.
Yeah.
That would have been seen as way more forced and way more 100%. Faked and created. So realistically, him in the moment with his phone on selfie mode, just being like, look guys, I'm really sorry. Like that's probably as genuine as he probably could have made
I think like the YouTube thing can work. I'm saying he should have posted a YouTube video. But I'm just saying, like, he sat down like a day later and
that
really like,
idea of
and he like, yo, guys, like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, like, I just felt like he was a bit like surface level with it. He didn't really like.
He didn't deep it.
He didn't deep it. Yeah, I feel like, and that's where I thought it was a bit weird. But like you said, we don't know him, so it could be genuinely
it could
him.
just be genuinely.
Well, I just felt like he needed to. Yeah.
Something I read, which I really do believe to be true, is that every single apology video or letter or anything is shown to all of management and all of the lawyers.
Oh, really?
Like just in general, because realistically you can't, like, if Travis in that video says something where he takes complete, like, he's like, I'm so sorry guys, it's all my fault, like I should have never let it happen, and then the lawsuit comes in, boom, he's $2 billion poorer in a second.
Yeah, well that's why it's taking him right now.
Yeah, well, yeah, they have to, like, that when they make those videos, they already know what they're going to say before they say it.
Yeah.
Because maybe not exactly what they're going to say, but they have a list of things that they can't say, pretty much. And it's along the lines of, you can't take full responsibility for this. You can't you can't say you'll refund tickets. You can't say because there's all this type of shit that if he says it and it comes back later, people can pin him for it and be like, yep, you accepted it, dush, get stung.
Yeah, well, apparently they did something where they were offering refunds, and if you accepted the refund, you can't file a lawsuit.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, it is, because you got your money's worth, you survive. Like, So I think that's what they're doing. But yeah, $2 billion, sorry, back to the point, is a lot of money, bro. Whether it's like whether the source was an exaggerated, like it was 1.6, it's a fucking whatever. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't think he can afford that. I was having a conversation with someone at work. I was like, can Travis actually afford that? I feel like he couldn't.
I think he definitely can.
$2 billion. You reckon Travis on $2 billion?
Kylie.
See, okay, that's what I was gonna get to. I was like, Kylie's surely gonna bankroll this guy because I don't feel like he's comfy on $2 billion.
To be fair though, he's probably got. Oh, actually, $2 billion's
a lot of money. That's what I'm saying. So he has clothes and all, but $2 billion.
Yeah, he'd have to sell a lot of. I think he'd have to sell a lot of assets. Yeah, realistically, like that's what it'd be. It'd put him in the bin for a while. Yeah. Like, long story short, like
if he had to pay hypothetically, let's say it's all done dusted. They go, Travis paid $2 billion. Yeah, he's
done out.
He's done out for a while.
Yeah,
I feel like Kylie, baby mum, was gonna have to try bankroll him a bit. Do you reckon she would though?
I think. Well, look, considering if it was just Travis, I'd say yes. But they've also got Drake.
Yeah.
And Drake himself.
Well, Drake's light.
Drake himself is sprinkled $2 billion on there and run away with it.
That's what someone at work was saying yesterday when I had the conversation. They're like, do you reckon Drake? And I'm like, it's Drake. Like, how are you saying literally this to me right now? Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Does Drake have a last name? Like, this is who this guy is. Like, he's known as just Drake. Like, himself, he could spend the next 6 months doing shoots and he'll have that $2 billion.
Yeah.
Light. Calm. Like, light work. Yeah. So it's just that whole thing of, it's not really an issue for Drake. Probably a bit more of an issue for Travis, but I think at the end of the day, if they need to pay it, they'll pay it. Yeah. Like, I don't think it's gonna.
Oh yeah, imagine like some debt.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Travis is homeless,
bro. Imagine you see Travis on the streets. My guy, make him spit a freestyle. Yeah. Be like, Travis, spit. I'll give you $5. Douche.
God damn. On that note as well.
Yes, sir.
Keeping another little roll.
We're going.
Travis and Kylie. Apparently, a sex tape got leaked with them. I think it's bullshit. I looked into it. And I'm not gonna lie. We did, like, a couple of us, the boys, when we found out, we tried to look up if there actually was one.
There was about 7 of us. I'm dead sorry. I'm gonna tell this story. So we're posted in the garage. I think this was like yesterday or the day before. So one of our mates, we all hang out in the garage. We're posted up. We're just chilling, whatever. And then someone pipes up and says, "Hey yo, I think there's a Travis and Kylie tape out." And everyone's like, nah, fuck off. Like, there's no way. So I can't remember who actually brought it up, but yeah, it was like, nah, fuck off. There's no way. So literally within about 3 seconds, everyone's got their phone out.
Yeah.
Dush. Pornhub, fucking XNXX videos, whatever, RedTube, like whatever the fuck. I think we were just literally searching through like everything, pulling up these videos of like girls that look like Kylie, or just, I think it was a Tiger and Kylie video at one point that we found from like 2 years ago or some shit. Like, we were looking through everything, and I don't know about you, but I didn't find any solid evidence.
Find anything. And
I didn't find any solid
evidence. One dude sat there with chest trying to convince us, like, one of them he found was her. I'm like,
it's not.
It's really not. It really
ain't.
But like, I don't know where the news came from, because
I had seen it. No. Okay, I'm not going to name the guy that told us, but I remember who told us now.
Oh, sorry, that's my Siri.
Siri's just waffling bad.
Yeah, she's waffling. Anyway.
Yeah, I remember the guy who told us now, but I remember why I believed him, because I'd also seen it. So he saw it on a TikTok.
Yeah.
And I remember earlier that day, I'd also seen something about Kylie and Travis on a TikTok. And I was like, honestly, it sounds about right.
I saw something on Twitter that same day. But I feel like that was a weird point in life where there was like 2 hours for some reason. There was a story and it never grew or never went past.
Honestly, it must have been like a big like meme page or something, or someone with a bit of like influence on the internet would have shared something, and then it would have got people talking, and then instead like would have got, like you said, it would have got people talking for a few hours, and then once everyone kind of realized like, nah, it's just cap.
Yeah,
it just dead, and it moved. Everyone moved on from it.
Yeah, so that was that.
Damn, honestly.
And other than that, I think that's pretty much it. There's some couple of things like the field day lineup just got announced in Australia. Shitty fucking lineup. Like it's bog average.
Okay. I don't want to say we don't want to say shitty because realistically, it's just Australian artists right now.
Yeah.
So like that's what when we say shitty, we mean there's no international acts coming out. There's gonna be no like Migos or some shit like that. Like it's just
in comparison to other field days where we have Cardi B, Post Malone, Migos, like all these people have come on to field day. It's known as one of the biggest festivals in the world. Because it's on New Year's Day.
And it's a great time.
Yeah, just obviously because of COVID, not knowing like who could come in, who can't. I'm assuming a lot of artists are already booked now in other parts of the country, world.
Yeah, well, there's also like the whole quarantine situation of like having to international travel, and as an artist, especially an international artist that is booked regularly, you don't want to spend 2 weeks doing nothing in a city when you can be at home doing shit. Yeah,
exactly. So that was pretty disappointing, I guess. But
up field day, honestly.
Hopefully a couple more festivals come up. Like the thing that sucks, this opening back up, I guess, has come at a time where festivals should have been started and done.
Bad.
You know what I mean? But so now we have to wait till next year's iteration.
Festivals, because realistically no one had the time and know withal to plan for this like
not at
summer's festival.
That was like Splendor. We booked it 3 years ago. I think it was literally 3 years ago now.
Something like
or
that.
2 years ago.
It's very similar.
2 years minimum.
No, I think it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was
meant
right.
To happen 2 years
3.
ago.
Yeah,
it was meant to happen 2 years ago, but we booked it 3.
And pushed back. And
this year we just said fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. We're not going. It's meant to be next year apparently, but like fucking dead that.
But also the next year's every year that it got pushed back, the lineup got worse.
Yeah, 100%.
And it was just like because every year they pushed it back, they had to potentially miss a big international artist type thing.
And we were like, nah, we'll wait until another Splendor comes with like 30 at that point when we go to Splendor, it's going to be at a stage where this is all like a memory, you know what I mean, about like COVID lockdown, worrying about
all that type of shit.
We just want to get to a stage where like we're confident this lineup is definitely going to happen.
Happening. There's going to be people coming. It's not going to get called off. All that type of.
It just felt like we're getting fucked around for 3 years because they're expensive tickets. They're like $600 that were just stored away for years because it
was just posted. They were just there. It's dragged, honestly. Free my guys up.
Yeah. Anyway, that will be that.
That'll be that.
That's the podcast done. Oh. No Hittin different this week, unfortunately, guys. Sorry.
Big sad.
We've had like a sad face.
Big sad, honestly.
Button. But no, I just want to address that as well. So I was speaking to a couple people, like you guys that watch and listen, speaking to Luke, I was speaking to people that are related and watch the podcast and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I'm just at this point right now, and I feel like the Hittin different questions, they're so hard to like find actual topics.
You've got to find something, because you've also got to find something that is like, it's categorized, but also has room to expand on.
And engaging.
Yeah.
Because I could mention like what movies hit different, what coffee hits different.
That type of shit.
No one wants to hear that shit. It's bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, whereas like you hear drinking concoctions, hangover, like they're pretty relatable and funny topics you tend to get from them. And like I've sat down and brainstormed heaps. So like, I'm not saying if I have no ideas, there's no more ideas. If you guys happen to have questions,
chuck them in.
Yeah, chuck them in the comments, send them to the page. Other than that, though, it was something I was planning. I spoke about it a couple episodes ago, or maybe 5, 6. Fuck, it's episode 10.
Episode 10, double digits.
I forgot to mention that. That was a point.
Gang. Damn. Look at this go.
Oh, well, we were meant to do that at the start. Yeah. Well, we weren't meant to, but like, it was something I thought about. Yeah, so if you made it all the way here, woo, you're celebrating with us. Yeah, but, double digits. But it was something I mentioned way back that and we have like other segment ideas we've planned and what ones we want to try potentially, whatever. Anyway, point I'm trying to get at, Hittin different segment for now. I won't say it's canned forever. It might make a comeback.
It could make a comeback potentially.
Yeah, but for now I think I'd like to try other areas. There will definitely be audience engaged because I love you guys and we love you guys participating on the podcast. Getting involved in it, Yeah, so if you guys either Hittin different questions that we can potentially use for the future.
Or just ideas in general.
Or segment ideas, So we have a couple as well. I think like there's some we're more leaning towards, but we're still open-minded to what you guys want to say and what you want to hear.
100%.
So let us know on the Hittin Different page at Hittin Different Pod and in the YouTube comments if you are watching on YouTube. If you're an audio listener, man, subscribe. I'm not your subscribe. You can subscribe if you want, actually. I'm not going to tell you not to.
Yeah, subscribe for the boys.
But go to the Hittin Different pod because I'd like to hear from a couple of you guys as well.
Yeah.
What you want to hear as well. So yeah, let us know, guys. That'll be pretty much that.
Yes, sir.
And yeah,
sounds like a good day. Can't lie.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this podcast.
Yep.
I enjoyed it. So
if you've made it this far, we appreciate you once again. You. We always say it.
Nice bumping.
I accidentally knocked on the table. Yeah, Mike, don't worry about me.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening, watching, and viewing. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the content. We're almost at 50 subscribers. Crack the half a century
on the YouTube. On the YouTube.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, Instagram's doing well. I think about to hit 150. TikTok's about to hit 100.
Mate, we're going crazy. Nice honestly, we're hitting some milestones right now.
So yeah, if you guys could engage, support the channel, and yeah, that'll pretty much be that.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have a nice night out tonight. I'm keen.
It's gonna be a good night.
We'll definitely get some food in because I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm starving. I'm not gonna lie.
Bad.
So yeah, we'll get some food in, have some drinks, but have a good night. So
bevies with the boys.
Do you want to say anything to the guests?
Like always, I guess everyone just have a good day. Have a good week. We'll hopefully catch you back here next week.
Yeah.
And take care.
That's it, guys. Peace and love.
Gang, gang.
Bye.